I went to some dude's pad and I was just gonna kick down his front door and go all up in his house and get him inside of his house. So I was just kicking down his front door, eh? But he shot me out the side window, boom. And then I fell on the floor and he was ripping more, boom, 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 boom.
You know what he hit you with?
But I got it with 38. I still got the bullet in my spine, right now. I fell, boom, and then he was shooting more, boom, boom, boom. And I was pulling myself, trying to pull myself with my arms, and I had my little primo with me. He got murdered now, but he was only 18, and he had a 9 in his hand, and he's right there standing on the wall like that. So I fall on the floor, boom, and this was ripping on me, and I look like this, and he's standing right here, and he has a 9, and he's on the wall, and I look at him, I tell him, what are you doing? I said, blast, you know what I mean? I'm shot right here with the 9. I mean, I'm right here shot, and he's shooting at me, and you're standing right there with the 9 like that, all scared. I guess he like panicked.
Froze up?
Well, yeah, he froze up or whatever, but I told him, shoot, what are you doing? I said, blast. So then he started shooting with the 9, bloom, 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 bloom. And my older brother was a knucklehead. He ran up the stairs because there was some apartments, and he picked me up, and imagine he was dodging bullets, bro. My brother's running up the stairs, that fool starts ripping on him, and my brother's dodging bullets, and he picks me up. Like, I don't even think I could have done that for him, bro, like, to go at, but you know what I mean? He loved his little brother or whatever. I mean, he didn't care about getting shot at, and he picked me up, and he took me. I got scared, I was like, damn. So then I tell myself, hang on for the ambulance, hang on for the ambulance. But the reason I had no blood or nothing is because the bullet went through my lung and it went into my spine, So all my blood was going in my lung, and I was choking on my own blood, So I was like that, and then the cops in the ambulance, they're all right there on me, right? And they put an IV in me, and I hear the cops in the ambulance talking, and they're like, he's not gonna make it. His only chance is to call for the chopper, So they tell me, we're gonna call the chopper, we're gonna air vac you and all that, like, hang on. So then I started telling myself, hang on for the chopper now, hang on for the helicopter. So then they took me in the helicopter, There was some vato in the helicopter, you know what I mean? Some dude, and I remember I was just holding on, he was holding my hand, and he was like, just hang on, and whatever he was saying to me. And I remember just squeezing his hand, and it was like if I let go of his hand, that was gonna be my life. You know what I mean? I was like basically like save me, like, you know what I mean? I was just like, I just remember holding his hand like, man, I can't. If I let go, that's gonna be it. And I remember just being scared, and then I started dying, bro. I could feel it, like I was choking on my blood, and I felt like if I was righteously dying,
What do you mean by you felt like you were dying? Did you feel like you were going to sleep, or like?
Yeah, like if it was like just fading, like if I was just going, and so like I got scared,
Once you get to the hospital, and they tell you the news that you're gonna be paralyzed, how did you take that in?
The Lord gave me peace, for my situation, I was always like how I am right now. I was like that, I was always and even the doctors were amazed, bro, when they see me, right? The doctors were like, man, we never seen a dude like you before. And then I was like, what? And they're like, yeah. Usually when we tell them a patient they're never gonna walk again and all that, usually we have to give them antidepressant medicine, especially when they're young and all that. We have to give them all. But the Lord gave me peace. They were like, so can you go around the hospital and try to cheer up the other patients, So I was like, oh, all right. And so the Lord was already, bro. And I had known, bro, instantly, bro. I'm telling you, like I had known, bro. Because when you're doing a lot of stuff, bro, you know what's coming. Like you could sense it.
You could expect the karma is what you're saying?
Yeah, like I knew that something.
You were a believer in that?
Yeah, and then even too, like a week before that, I felt the Lord was giving me a last chance because I was already a 2-striker and all that. I wasn't trying to go to my hood and all that. And then like I was changed and all that. And my homeboy Rascal called me, told me, hey, come down to the hood, The homies in that want to see you. And then I was like, nah, I ain't trying to come around. You know what I mean? I already got a hale. You know what I mean? I was working, and I was like, nah, I ain't trying to. And he's all, no, because he was already settled down. He already had his old lady and his kids, but he lived in the heart of the hood. He's all, I'll just tell all the homies to come to my house, so they'll come see you there so you won't get in trouble and all that. So I said, all right. So I went, and then I was right there. So it was the next day, and then it was me and my homeboy and his little daughter, right? He had like a 9-year-old little daughter. She plays softball, right? So we're in front of some house, And it was daughter, and then her little friend was 9 years old, and the softball coach. So they were it was a woman softball coach, her daughter 9, his daughter 9, and my homeboy, right? So we're there right there talking, right there, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and a car pulls up, and it's my enemies, like that, pull up like right here. They're like, where you from? I said, Puente. And then that fool, he had me, bro, like this close, like he was even so close, like even if I would have wanted to run, I couldn't, because he had me like this. I mean, so close, like that. He had me like that, and I was like, so what's up then, Puente? And then that fool was gonna shoot me, right? Like I could see. And then my homie Rascal tells him, what's up, you gonna shoot us in front of my daughter? So I seen the fool, he looks, and he sees the 2 daughters and that woman are behind us, So he looks at them, and he looks at me, he looks at them, and I could see it, bro. And he was like debating, like, should I, or what? But he didn't shoot me, But I feel now, like after the fact, that was like the last chance that the Lord, because I could have died right then, you know what I mean? But the Lord was giving me, I felt, was the one last chance, because I got shot right after that,